Boom, boom, scanner. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal today. Wasn't really planning on doing a video uh, about Bleach today, but we got a bunch of stuff that happened, so decided to go ahead and take a look at it here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the new features. It's actually nice. So one of the new features is the cross-server chat. We're going to see that here in a few minutes, and the cross-server friends list as well. So you could now. They said it would be joining us soon. It's actually in advance right now. We're seeing it, so that's also as well. And then so we've got a new, a bunch of options here on the rune. One-click lock, unlock, and one equip and desocket. One-click enhance to improve characters, and new notifications for gacha gear, as well as notification when World War Championships do start. So we've got a bunch of stuff here, so let's go ahead and jump right into it and take a look at some of this stuff that's been active. I was on it this morning. This is a good chance to fill up your friends list. My friends list was extremely low. I only had just the guys that were inside of my actual that were, you know, at the time you were limited to your server and your just who was in your squad. So only people from Dome, which is my guild. That has now changed. And you do have all of these people from these different servers. As you can see, each person does have a server beside it. So, and this is a multi-server chat. So this is all the servers, and you're able to chat on this. When I logged on this morning, this thing was blowing up. I mean, there was people talking from all over the place. You'll notice most of these people are on the high-level servers. I'm on server 100 myself. You notice most of these people are on the later servers. And there's a few people. You know, like here we got one from here at 69 and whatnot. Just people from, you know, playing the game. And some of course, the later servers are going to be more active because those are the people who just started in the game. But I, you know, I was able to almost completely fill up my friends list. I actually did fill up my friends list now. I thought it was one short. I do now have 50. So, you know, before, I'm serious, it was like 14 or something like that. But now I do it, and you can see most of them are not from my actual server, which is 100. So you can see that more than three quarters actually, are from outside of my server. So there is cross-server chat and there is cross-server friends available. So you will be able to utilize that, and you definitely want to fill that up because this is useful for the actual friendship thing here. You can actually get Omni Shard chest, gacha tokens, Summon J tokens, Awakening Essence, and stuff like this. So this is all available inside of the, you know, the chat now. So you definitely want to use it. So the game. So if you know weren't playing the game because it was boring or you didn't have anybody to talk to, that has now been fixed. And there is just you know, a whole bunch of talk going on here. This thing is just literally lit up. New code KYZ. I tested this out. It does work. FYAYG. So that's a new code if you want to get some prizes. And as you can see, this thing's taken off. Okay, so you're going to be able to get there'll be some everybody with all the servers in this able to talk. You're able to pull resources. This allow you to you can get some good information in here. Okay, so if you're having trouble with something, before when you just had to deal with it yourself, you can now actually, you know, hit the chat and see if they can give you any ideas. You know, like they were earlier, there was a big discussion about healing, the best healer, and everybody pretty much agreed that it was Christmas or Hime, but she wasn't hard to get. I mean, she was hard to get. So the second one was, of course, Hana turned out to be the best healer in terms of it's capable of getting because she's an SSR. So just things like that were going on. So it's a really good. You now have the ability to, you know, get assistance. You know, like that little hump that I had on chapter story 25, which took me like a week or two to get over. I probably would have been able to get over it within a day or two because I would have had some people to suggest other things to try. So that's one of the things that you can look at. So you now have access to all of this information on the multi-server chat. So now that they've got the chat, we're probably going to see squad bosses and stuff like that, cross-server squad boss matches and stuff like that, possibly even squad wars and things like that will now be feasible because it looks like they've finally got the server links complete. So that, yeah, this was a long time in coming. I'm serious, guys. This should have been something that was introduced within the first 2 or 3 weeks when this game was created, and it had been promised literally a year and a half ago. They were talking about cross-server chat, cross-server squad bosses. Squad boss. Having the squads go against to see who could do the most damage to the squad boss. None of that stuff materialized. They're just now getting to the first set of it, which I guess lets you feel how many people are working on the game, if you had any doubts about that. As you can see, they're in a discussion right now of setting up a team for squad boss and things like that. So there's always some good stuff going on here inside of that. So another thing that they've did is they've made the Awakening a little bit nicer. As you can see, most of the people, like for me, I have most of my runes set up. As you can see, I have runes on just about everybody. Mostly gold sets. I mean, I've got pretty good sets of runes. Right now, you can just unequip them and then equip them right back. So if you want to clear one out, you can do that. So what you do is, if you open up a bunch of runes, just go into your high level characters, click them off, and then click them back on, and it'll put the best ones in place. So as you can see, I went ahead and opened up a bunch of runes. See, I got a few red ones, not a whole lot of red ones. And I've put those in place on the characters. So that we could actually, it makes your team a little bit stronger. I mean, you're not going to get a huge jump in power from these runes. Well, if you had a full red set, you probably would see a nice little hump. But as you can see, you can get a pretty good set. A percentage attribute, usually between 10 and 20% is what you're going to have on occasion. But it just makes it a little bit easier to actually utilize them now. Taking them off and taking them back on are much easier than they were before. So that's the big announcements that they came out with. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a video, so this is going to be a quick video. But if you were, if you weren't playing the game because there really wasn't anybody to talk to or anything like that, then right here you go, and you can get some good, good stuff in here. As you can see right now, they're talking about tanks. So you're going to see these discussions going on for several days as people get acquainted, and have any questions that they have. It hasn't gotten toxic or anything. It seems to be going pretty good. There's some people ragging on each other, but not too bad. So, but yeah, and like I say, I filled up my friends list. It took me about an hour. I'm serious, 1 hour. I just go into the multi and hit add me, and people were just adding left and right. And I mean, within an hour, I went from, I think I had like I think it was 14, and it went all the way up to 50. So, and you want to do that because it's in the multi-server chat. Those people are online that are adding you, so you're probably not going to have to worry about, on average, I check my friends list once every 2 weeks or so. And anybody that hasn't logged on for 7 or 8 days, I usually just replace with somebody who's more frequent. You probably won't have to worry about that for quite some time, because most of my friends now are the ones that are inside of my squad, who we are still on, and we still have pretty much most of the main players log on and play. And the others are in the newer servers that were just opened up. So those characters are just starting, so you don't have to worry about them leaving the game anytime too soon either. So it should be a good setup, but you definitely want to do it because of the rewards that you get, on your claim and sends, so that you can get all kinds of things. So, they're talking about Halloween Nemu, as I've spoken about numerous times. Halloween Nemu and Christmas Orihime. So, yeah, those are two top of the line ones right there from within the character squads. But yeah, they do rule. Orihime is one of the best healers in the game. If you're having any trouble with healing, you can always rely on her, but she's really hard to get. Your best bet is to stick with the War Soul of Healing as you do that. And Orihime is just a beast in 1v1. I did actually bring her up today. That's one of the things I did this morning when I logged on. So she's now 4-star. And as you can see, she's maxed out. She's 4-star, and look at her positioning on the scale. Okay? She's above Kenpachi. Okay. So this just gives you a little bit of idea of where she ranks at. Her stats are exceedingly enormous. for just a 4-star character. The fact that she has the stats that she does is just ridiculous. I don't even have her weapon awakened yet, and this is already where she's at. She's giving Ichigo a run for his money. And she, so if you take a look at her stats, 153, 271 for her attack, 33, 966. So she's got more defense. 149.97 for the hit points. And whoa, that's way much. She's way tankier than him, which she should be. He's a tortoise, so she's going to be much more tanky. But she does have protection, so she enables. She's going to enable you to survive a little bit longer. So I'm definitely going to focus on her. I was going to get her up to 4-star was my plan. Whether or not I was going to go farther with her was sorely dependent on what they did with her. I was really scared that they might go ahead and nerf her because of what she do. Yeah, see, 181 for the power, 180, and she's only at 4 stars, and this is a 7-star. 3 awakens, guys. 3 awakens on this weapon. She has no weapon awakening, so that just gives you the actual stat of the power from her. She's excellent survivability, so she's excellent possibility for replacing on the front line. But so I was waiting to see if they were going to nerf her because when she came out and she was broken, the skill set was mistimed and it wasn't functioning like it was supposed to, so she was literally a bust. She was useless. And then they notified out that they'd made adjustments to the skill set. And it works like it's supposed to now, but it just works really well. Much better than I think they thought. As sad as I've had that video on preview, watching her completely annihilate a 6-star Dan guy Ichigo who had like 30,000 more BP, and she just put him down inside of 4 rounds. It was just ridiculous. So, and it was a 4-star or a Hime or a 4-star Nemu, okay, that put down the 7-star Dan guy who had 30 more. It was just ridiculously a one-sided match inside of 4 rounds, completely down, and she was still had like half of her power or half of her hit power. So she's very overpowered in 1v1, and she's very assistant on teams. I've noticed teams that have her in there are a lot more difficult to defeat than a team that did not have her in there. I noticed that inside the arena pretty fast as well too. So she's definitely and she's been a big talk in the chat this morning. Several occasions when people suggesting what you want to get for within the tortoise, and she's been the top pick by pretty much everybody. And anytime it goes to 1v1, she's the only thing they talk about. And I can verify that. I factually verify that is accurate. So yeah, so you definitely want to go, but they have not nerfed her. No plans to. So I'm probably just going to start building. So she will be my next build character to take up to 6-star. So that's where my actual shards, Omni shards, will be going, at least for the foreseeable future. And I do have a few left. I had to use like 71 to bring her up, but I do have 6 left. So it's going to be a long haul to bring her up. But I might, because I really haven't been having too much luck with the time tokens, as I really wanted to. I could only get 20 shards in here. That's not really worth wasting all the time tokens, because I really do want to get her broom. Where's her broom at? Right here. I do want to awaken the weapon, probably just once, but I do want to do it. But I want to wait and see, because I didn't get any time tokens in the last event. The last event that they had with the Valentine's Day, total bust. Nothing, got nothing. No luck whatsoever, which is not, because I had excellent luck on a Christmas event. I actually got both characters. Walked away with some time tokens, so everything was good inside of that event. And then I had a really bad event, so I didn't get anything from that event. I think I walked away with some Awakening Essence, maybe. I'm serious, that's all I got. I got some of her shards, Valentine's Day, Yurichi, but I didn't get nearly enough to make her. That's still quite a ways from that. But I wasn't planning on utilizing her anyway. I do like Yurichi as a character, but you know, her other one's much better, her actual UR version. Um, but she does have a good skill set. If you're, you know, if you're looking to that, and expect to see her in the store in about 2 months, roughly. You should see her inside the event shop. Okay, you will be seeing any time now. You will be seeing Christmas Nell and Christmas Grimjow in here. Okay, and then usually about a couple months after that, you will be seeing Valentine's Day Yurichi in here. All of the characters from the events will be in here, but it usually takes a couple of months, 2 to 3 months, before they actually appear in here. And Emu just appeared in here a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a month ago. I think it was about a month ago that she appeared in here. So, and next after this was that was Halloween was for Halloween. The next event up was the actual Christmas event with Christmas Nail, and Christmas Grimjow. So they'll be in here along with their items for Awakening. And then we'll see Valentine's Day Yurichi in here. I really want to see a better function for the time tokens. Getting them in a coupon shop works, but you know, it just takes a little while. So I can get 5 more tokens. But you know, 500, and you get the little piddly 10 of the, you know, it takes a little while to gather them up. So I do now have 22. But yeah, so it's something to, you know, it's something to consider. But my next focus is going to be for her broom. So I'm hoping at the next event, which should be, I think it would be the spring event. Okay, so we should have the spring festival event. Probably get some new characters and whatnot. Zimbo Zaku's coming out. Zimbo Zaku is supposed to be coming out. I think that's the next character that we're going to get. I don't think we have actually seen that character as of yet in option, so it'll be a good thing to look at here. Let's actually look in the. It's easier to look inside of the actual characters. I did not look this morning, so I don't know if there's many in there. But that is, I believe that's the next one that BizLeaks came out with. They finally got BizLeaks back up. Right here. Yep. Okay. So yeah, Sogyoto Kotori is going to be the next one. I believe this is Unpaku. Okay. So this will look for an event for them inside of the next few days. So it's an interesting little setup. So support character deals 50 damage to single enemy with a 50% chance to paralyze and death reduction. Rage deals damage to front row and marks enemy with low stip with trick for 2 rounds, cannot be dispelled after weapon damage is greatly increased. What is tricked? Tricked is, wow, long side. Targets marked with trick receive 15% additional damage from ally attacks. That's good. Unmarked enemies receive 40% of the damage dealt to targets with tricked. Only one enemy marked with trick can exist at a time. Okay, so and then we're going to see a character's attack increase, and then we're going to see has increased damage reduction rate. Rage attacks have 25% chance to paralyze targets for 1 round. So yeah, we're looking at that, and then interesting attack, def, and HP of all characters in arena. Ooh, arena. That's nice. And Kenpachi contest. So this is going to be a new character, so of course be saving up your tokens. These little beastie boys right here. I've got 82, so I definitely will be able to get her. Shouldn't be any problem whatsoever obtaining her when she comes out. Not going to build what I have. Not something that, you know, like I said, I pretty much got the focus that I'm going to be going on for right now. But if you're a newer character, this might, or new player, this might be something to look for. It's good for support. There are better support characters out there, I think, with the skill set that she's got. Makes her a little bit situational, but it might be a little bit helpful, especially having that buff in the arena would help. There's not many of the actual talents that go directly to arena, so anything you can do that, especially if you like your arena settings, might be useful. But yeah, so that's it. So that's all. I wanted just a quick video to let everybody know that this cross-server, multi-server chat is up. And they bringing the game a little bit live, getting some people to talk to. So it should be a little bit more interesting. If you were, one of the reasons you weren't logging on was just because it was a little bit boring. Well, now there's a chat to look at, and you can have a little discussion, all right? So Again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell tick on. You'll be notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the videos. That does help the channel immensely. Ken Rook coming at you from the corner, signing out.